Alright YouTube, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of a more budget detector like the Garrett Ace 250 on the right, and the pros and cons of a more advanced detector like the etrac on the left. Basically, both detectors do exactly the same thing fundamentally. You know, both find metal, both can find all different types of metal at pretty impressive depths, you know. But you know, you could spend all day deciding what's better. The etrac gives you a lot of information about a particular target at that time when you find it. You know, for its ferrous and conductivity values according to the etrac, and it will obviously give you its depth. It can give you its recommended depth, recommended sensitivity, sorry, and what depth it thinks it's at. The Ace 250 there is a lot more simplified version. It will tell you on a segment scale what it thinks it could be. If you look at the Ace 250, although it is very popular in the UK, a lot of the cursors on there, I don't think that will focus in, but basically a lot of the cursors on there are for, I'll just switch the etrac off, stop it making noises. A lot of the cursors on the Ace 250 are made for the American market, so there's a 1 cent, 10 cents, 25 cents, you know, $1 and all that lot. And so basically when I'm using the 250, I just work with it on a 1 to 12 scale, you know, and work that way rather than looking what the cursors are above. But again, you know, it's a simplified version. You decide your sensitivity, you get a depth reading on there, and it gives you an idea based on its 1 to 12 segment scale of what it might be, and based on your knowledge, especially here in the UK where you know you decide what those 1 to 12 are, you can decide whether it's a target you want to dig. But fundamentally, I mean, really anything that's not within the first, if you're ordinarily looking for coins, general coins, anything that's not in the first 2 segments, you're going to have to dig. Regardless, it could be absolutely anyway. It could be gold, silver, bronze, you don't know. And you can get an idea when you pinpoint as to the size of the target, but you don't really know till you dig it up. So pretty much with this, if it tells you to dig it, you dig it. If it's in the last 10 segments, you're going to dig it. To be honest, if you're looking for hammered or Roman coins, you're going to be digging in the last 11 segments, so you're pretty much digging everything. And that's it. And then you can turn to the etrac, and it gives you a lot more information. But given that, with the vast array of targets that you can find here in the UK with hammered, Roman coins, gold and silver, and a lot of different thicknesses, all sorts of metals, you know, pretty much you're not going to know until you dig it. Not really. The American market love the etrac because mostly they're only really looking for certain coins that come up at certain numbers on it. So it's very easy for them to look out for those numbers and specifically dig those targets. Here in the UK, you know, you can't, you don't get specific targets like it. It runs across the whole segment. You know, there's a big area you have to leave open to be able to find the targets you're looking for. So basically, that's it really. I mean, you can buy a machine, but you really, within reason, you're going to have to dig everything. Not everything, you don't have to dig everything. I mean, you can get rid of all the general rubbish, but you can't look for specific targets very easily. But with knowledge and understanding, and you know, I'm still learning, things will become easier. But I'm always tempted to dig those iffy signals, because you never know. And those iffy signals have turned out to be good signals, you know, and they've turned out to be junk, but they have turned out to be good signals before. And you really have to take a chance with it, you know. So you don't want to leave anything behind for another user. So as always, comment, rate, subscribe, let me know what you think, and cheers YouTube.